For those of you who just joined, I'm Angie Green, and I just wanted to touch base with you and answer any questions you might have. I know there's a few that just joined recently, and I also want to let all of you that have been following us for a while that we really appreciate you. I often don't bring it up. I bring up the new ones and welcoming the new ones. But of course, I really appreciate the ones that have been here for a long time because you are our trees, so to speak. Okay, so I want to show appreciation if you happen to see this for you too. Hi, Joanne. If you're on, give me a little like or a little love and let me know you're here or say hi. Nobody knew I was going to come on, not my moderators, nobody, so I didn't even know. I just decided to come on today and touch base with you guys. And I was also thinking about doing a Fibro vlog. This has been kind of a rough winter, so I have my recording on for my vlog at the same time, and I'll see how that goes, okay? One of the things with fibromyalgia is what influences fibromyalgia, what brings on a flare, and we've been talking about that a lot lately. People that are having some problems with PTSD, and that just feeds into the fibromyalgia symptoms. Stress feeds into it, and so does being overly exhausted, trying to catch up on things that you've let go, any kind of worry about illness itself, all of those things impact fibromyalgia. So I wanted to talk about that for a little bit and then maybe see how some of you manage your stress and these other things. What do you do in a way that's homeopathic, so to speak? What do you do to relieve some of your stress? A few of us talk about our bath soaks, that we like to do those. Soak in some Epsom salt, dim the lights, and maybe even light candles and just have our little spa moment. What are some of the things you do? I was talking with somebody, that a friend of mine who lives in South Dakota, and we were talking about doing a collaboration to discuss some of the things that we can do to handle these the type of illnesses that cause chronic pain and discomfort. And we're thinking about doing a collab together because she owns a spa, and she has some combinations of essential oils that she puts together, and I think I might have a drop left. So if she sees this, that'd be good. Some of you don't work, some are retired, and some are disabled because of chronic pain problems or whatever caused the chronic pain. So it's something that we all share and we all need to encourage each other to do, because if we keep pushing through and we don't try to take care of ourselves through our environment, what we're putting in our bodies, what we're dealing with on the outside in our homes, in our world, what we're focusing our minds on, we need to do all of those things in order to decrease the amount of times and the duration of a flare for fibromyalgia especially. So fibromyalgia is nerve related, and so are a lot of most all chronic pain, really, because it affects your brain. So if something's nerve related, then you have to think in terms of what are you going to do to calm those nerves. So if it's central and it's coming from your brain, goes through your spinal column, all of those things that affect the messages that we're receiving, that are promoting the pain, or what are we doing to block that pain? So that's something that we need to think about. If you have any ideas, touch base with me. I'm making this for YouTube and for the Painting with Fibromyalgia group. If I forgot to mention it, my name is Angela Green. I'm with Painting with Fibromyalgia, and this is going to be our latest fibro vlog. What are we doing in our environment to help keep us as healthy as possible on a day-to-day basis? We'd like to be in a state of homeostasis, which is a big word for keeping things steady and the same, and keeping things so that we're stable as possible. So we need to think about those things. Now, because I've seen you in the middle of the night, that means I've been up in the middle of the night. So I need to make these changes too. I was always a morning person, and I don't think we're built to burn the midnight oil, so to speak. So let's think about ways that we could try to change our lifestyle on a day-to-day basis, and then encourage each other. When we catch each other doing things that's probably going to impact each other in a negative way, let's try to be encouraging to each other. So I'm open for it. If you catch me doing something that's just going to make it harder for me, I'll welcome the encouragement, and I'll welcome the counsel, the no, go to bed. So let's think about that. That's going to be my fibro vlog for today. What are we doing to make ourselves better? All right. So I'm hoping to do a collaboration, and we'll combine things besides painting. Painting is a real lifesaver for me, because it gives me that moment where it pulls me into my imagining and my meditating on a better time, and happier moments and nature and beautiful things and things that I look forward to. Yeah, tips for cabin fever. I have the candles that have the batteries in them, the fake candles. Those are nice too. Those are really pretty when you put them in something. I should show you my little stuff that I've come up with. But I have like a little decorative thing, and I put sand in it. I put play sand in it, and I put shells from the beach in it, and then I put one of those little battery candles in the center. And that's a little bit of happiness. I need to bring that stuff out. I really need it right now. It can't stay where it is and wait for summer. I got to bring that stuff out. What other things can you do for cabin fever? Can you think of anything else? How about music? You know, a lot of these things I don't do in the wintertime. I don't know why, but I think music is something. So, like, if we make ourselves mentally dance, that will kind of help too, I think. All of those things have an impact on us and how we're feeling. Making soup. Oh, baking. Making soup is a great idea. Baking is something that a lot of people do in the wintertime to make themselves feel better. Baking involves math, so it's not really my thing. You cook. You know what? I can make some really mean chili, so that's a great idea. That's a great idea to cook up a pot of something, you know? What is it called? Comfort food. Yeah, I could go for that. Some healthy comfort food. We're trying to think of things to improve our environment. You know, things that will, it's been a rough winter for everybody, like pretty much all over the country. And in some places starting in the fall. So we're thinking about things that improve our environment, that makes us feel good, that doesn't make us feel like we're trapped inside the house and trapped inside our own bodies for the entire winter. So I was bringing up ideas like the Epsom salt soaks, and and the essential oils, and also what goes in my tub lately is ginger, because I had found this. This is a purifying thing. Epsom salt, ginger. I sprinkle in the spiced ginger, baking soda, and an essential oil. Bonnie knows how to make bath bombs, and I lost the recipe because I think it was in a message thing, and I'd have to scroll forever. So I have to next time I have to actually click and save it. Any ideas, Sherry? What do you do to like improve your world to make your environment feel better? Are you into smoothies? Are you into spa days? Do you paint your nails? I haven't done that in a century. Um, what do you do to make your world a better place? I think part of what makes our world as people a better place is trying to make somebody else's world a better place. To try to comfort somebody else, either via the internet or in person is even better yet. But in this weather, it's better to it's hard to do that. Sending a card. Tina's great with sending cards. I mean, she is great with sending those ATCs. I have them. I have a stack of them. I should show you. I have a stack of cards. I'm going to show you. I have a stack of cards right here in my book, and they never made it out of my book. So... the thought that counts doesn't work because no one knows you have the thought if you don't follow through on it. So I'm going to make a promise that I'm going to send out the cards. I'm going to send Esther her prize for being the number 200 member 200 members ago. I'm the worst. I confess I'm the worst with snail mail. So I'm going to repent. Sherry says, diffusing essential oils. I don't have, you know what? I don't think I have a diffuser. I always use them in the tub. Diffusing essential oils. I also bought a hyacinth bulb. Ooh, that bloomed. And it's not only beautiful to look at, but smells wonderful. I put in my kitchen, my sink window, and it really does make me feel happier. Think about your environment. Think about what makes you feel good, what makes other people feel good. Put that on your list. Take care of yourself. Don't overdo. Get your proper sleep and write down what your routine is going to be at night. Let this be an experiment. Let's have, do you, Danielle? Oh, let's have well, never mind. I can't put George's business out in the street. Anyway, I was getting ready to say I would sleep better, but some people don't sleep that quietly. Anyways, let's hold each other to it. Let's make a little contract, not a lightweight contract, that we're going to change our routine and change our environment, and then be able to talk about what we did to change it and talk about how the effects it had. And if this is going to you on YouTube, then give it to me in the comments, or come back later and find me and give it to me in the comments under this video, what you did to change your environment and the effect it had on you. Yes, we need to be proactive. We need a contract. So let's hold each other to it, especially everybody that's on here. And the ones that I can't see, that I know you saw this. I'll know later who saw this. I want some feedback. And then I also want you to hold me to it too, because I am guilty. All right. So it's been great. I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to leave it up for everybody. I don't know. I might leave the whole thing up for YouTube too, because there's some interesting stuff you guys came up with that I don't want anybody to miss out on. So if I get a nice, fun collaboration with different types of ways of addressing fibromyalgia, and my part will be painting, and someone else's part will be spa type stuff, and someone else's part will be food and nutrition type stuff. Would you guys go for that? Because I was just thinking about that tonight. That's a new thought of mine tonight. If I could get the other people on board.